Hey, good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube table Enable. We're starting a new week. Hilchos Tilas Yadayim, Siman Kuf Samech Aleph, 161 Orachayim, Dine Chatitza Ben Atila. Thank God we have a little shorter Simanim this week, only 4 Sifim in this halacha. Most of them are shorter this week. Aleph, talk about Chatitza by Tilas Yadayim. Now there's a question whether Chatitza even applies by Tilas Yadayim. Chatitza applies by Tevila. Tilas Yadayim is only the kind of Rabbana. To even apply the concept of Chatitza by interposition by Netilas Hadayim, it doesn't really hold water. It's a big machlokas whether it should even apply or not. This siman assumes that it does apply, but we're going to have to take in mind that it's a big machlokas in terming psak halacha. And I want to talk about one of the most common shilas when it comes to chatzitza. I'm going to talk about a woman when she washes her hands, she has to take off her rings or not, which is a very consequential question because taking off diamond rings usually is the best way to lose your diamond rings. People taking off, they forget it, and so many people have lost diamond rings this way. So I'd like to try to find the kula that they shouldn't have to take it off. Aleph sarach leizar mechatitza. You have to be careful with mechatitza. Shekol davar shechotzitz b'tefila chotzitz b'netila. Anything that's chatzitza for netilas yadayim, for tefila, whatever is for tefila applies to netilas yadayim. Kigon, for example. Soa shetachas ziporen. If you have dirt underneath your nail, shelo keneged abasar, right? I just cut my nails this morning, so my nails are very short. But if the nail extends overhangs the skin, so if you have dirt under that part, the overhang, so that's a chatzitza. Batik shtachas ziporen afilo keneged abasar. If you have dough people don't like to have. The reason these things are significant, people are makbid. People don't like to have dirty nails, or they don't like to have even dough even underneath the nail that's on top of their skin. Or a tia shal basaro. If you have a band-aid on your hand, or you have mud, Greek mud. I don't know what Greek mud is. Tita yotzrim. Tita yotzrim is clay. People work with pottery. They have clay on their hands. Or tita yavin, I guess, is just regular mud. These are things that people are makbid on. We're going to learn. The Gemara says by chatzitza, the only time something comes to chatzitza midoraisa, if it's on rove of your body and you're makbid, you don't want it to be there, and it's on rove of your body. If it's on a miyut of your body and you're makbid, or if it's on rove of your body and no makbid, that's exer derabbanan. And if it's a miyut on your miyut of your body and it's no makbid, then it's not a problem at all, even with the rabbanon. Similarly, by your hands, whatever applies by tevila, by your goof, applies by your hands also. So therefore, it's a miyut no makbid, it's okay. These things, the reason they're a problem is because people are usually makbid on them. So machlokes is not achronim. What if people are makbid on having dirt under their fingernails, but you're not? So the Tur, says that it's okay because you're not makbid. However, the Magen Avraham says it goes basar rove people, so your personal feelings don't count. Haggah, the Ramah says, if you have mud underneath your nails, and latila mishum the heavy kamiya she'ena makbid. People are makbid having dirt there, having a little mud there. That's okay, because people came makbid on zel and latila. However, if you're a person, aval im haya makbid, if he's personally makbid about this, sarach and akra, then you have to clean your nails. V'chein ikar, that's the main halacha. Efshar, right? It really should go both ways, right? If we're possibly go bust a rope, so who cares if you're makbid? You should go after most people that are not makbid. That's what it seemed to me, right? If you're going to makbid in one direction, you have to make it in the same direction the other way. The minhag is to be makel chatzitza. He says the main opinion that chatzitza doesn't apply to netilas yadayim. However, there is a significant opinion that holds it doesn't apply. If you're not makbid on it, and most people are not makbid. Sometimes people are makbid on this, and sometimes people are not. Right? 50%, 50%, or I would say 70%, 30% is also included as suffix. So, Lamisha Darka Lahakbid Chotes, the person that's makbid, it is Chotes. Lamisha ain't Darka Lahakbid, ain't a Chotes, Ketzad. What would be an example of this? Echad Saba, one is a person that he spends his time dyeing wool, coloring, painting, a painter, right? So he's going to have paint all over his hands. His hands are colored. Even though there's actual paint, and when it dries, there's actual mamashas there, you have to scrape it off, right? Because if you don't have to scrape it off, that's not a chatzitza. Just your hands are colored. That doesn't not a chatzitza. However, when there's mamashas over there, when it would dry, you have to scrape it off. So for him, it's not makbid on it, and it's not miyud of his hand. So therefore, it's not a problem. Lo yasaba. If he's someone who's not a painter. If it's moist, the paint, right? It's not dry gate yet, so that's not a chatzitza because it's really part of your skin. If it's dry, then it is chotetz if you're not a painter. Women who, chas v'shalom, they go to the person who what is it called? Nail polish. I can't remember the word. Nail polish, because in the Cheder world, nail polish is not allowed. So, but nail polish I grew up with was okay, and most women did use nail polish. You go for a manicure, and they put some nail polish on. So, Shulchan Aruch talks about women. Obviously, it's an okay thing. So, they put it on for beauty. It's not makbid. They're not makbid. They want it to be there. They want the nail polish on, so they don't have to take off the nail polish when they do Netilas Yadayim. Or similarly, presumably when they go to the mikvah. Again, these are not halachas about the mikvah. You have to look in Yeridea. Wait a long time, about 5 years, to get the Yeridea. I believe around 190. Kusadi there talks about Gildei Makash al Yadav. Let's say you have a scab. You're not makbid on it. You don't mind it. It doesn't look so bad. You're a man. You don't care about a scab, or it's a small scab. So it's not chotes. Gimel Sarich Lahasir Tabas Me'al Yado B'Shas Netilas Yadayim. Now, it's all about a man. Tabas al Yado. If a man is wearing a ring, chas v'shalom, a man should wear a ring. If you wear a wedding band, you're looked down upon. But according to the Shulchan Aruch, and it's clear from a lot of the Mishnayos and Brises in the Gemara that men wore rings, right? The Gemara in Sukkah and Davav talks about a person going to buy some manuga, about whether he's wearing his rings or he's holding his rings. Rings, plural, he has more than one ring. So you have to take off your ring when you do this. I feel who ruffle, even if it's not securely fastened on your finger, right? And water can pass through the entire ring, right, under the ring to get to the bottom of your finger. Even if you're not makbid, right? Right? When he's doing work, he doesn't want his ring to be on. He'll get dirty, especially if it's an expensive ring. So, and similarly, a woman also, when she's doing work, when she's kneading dough, she's going to take her ring off, presumably. If she's not going to take her ring off, then it's not chotes, right? If it's rough or water can get underneath, and she's not going to take it off, which is the case. Most women are going to wear their diamond ring when they knead dough. They're not going to take it off, so therefore, shemich chatzitza. The Ramah says you should be machmir because we're not sure what's considered rough way or not, right? And it's not considered whether the water is actually going to get there. Now, he's assuming, right, if it's not rough or the water can't get there, then we're back to square one. Is it makbid or not makbid? So he's assuming that women and men who are makbid, when they're doing work, to take off their rings, so then it's makbid. So it's a miyut she'eno makbid, you have to take it off. That seems to be the psak halacha. I've heard from a lot of people you don't have to take it off. Even if it has, like the Mishnah Berurah talks about, it has a diamond or a precious stone. I will tell you my opinion why I believe you don't have to take it off Netilas Yadayim and Ian to lean on. Daled, Shir Netilas Yadayim Kol Yad Ad HaKanesh Shal Zroa. Lechatchila, it has to be the entire hand until the wrist. That's according to the Rif. V'yeshar, the Rosh says, Ad Makom Chibra is supposed to kaf. Yeah, he says Netilas Yadayim is only until the knuckles, the second knuckles over here. V'roi Lina Gedas Arishon. Again, even though since Netilas Yadayim is Zerabanan, you can make it to only do it until here. Lechatchila, Roy. I don't know why it's Roy, because Savik Daran Lakula is even Lechachila. However, he says, like Shalom usually says, it should be Machmir over here. The Mishnah Berurah says Shas Hadchak in an emergency, you can rely on it. People are familiar with this because on fast days, on Tisha B'Av and Yom Kippur, people are told to wash only to the knuckles. The reason is because you have to wash your hands, but there is an opinion that you can be Yotzi Netilas Yadayim until the knuckles. That's why we do it until the knuckles, because we're Machmir for the Isser Doraisa potentially of Rechitza on your hand over there. So whatever you have to do is therefore Machmer over here. But when it comes to Netilas Yadayim, if you have a lot of water, you should preferably according to the Shacharach and the Ram and Mishnah Brura, pour it over your entire hand to fulfill the Shita of the Rif. Stay tuned for Ian Talina, where we discuss Halacha Gimel over here about women and men, if you're wearing a ring, taking off your rings for Netilas Yadayim. It's a very important halacha because people can lose a lot of money if they have to take off their rings, diamond rings for Netilas Yadayim. Stay tuned, Ian Talina, coming up next.